Visiting LibertyFirstCU.com today. Approval required. Equal opportunity lender. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose.
Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
With today's Husker Radio Report, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com. We look at the coaching hires Scott Frost is now faced with. The question is special teams. Will he change that approach and have one of these new hires be a full-time special teams coordinator? That's not necessarily the case right now.
Our specialists, we need to continue to get better in those roles, but our coverage units, when you watch the tape and compare to where we've been, I'm really happy with the progress we've made there. I think that's just when we put the puzzle together, figure out if that's a possibility or not. If it is, I would love to.
The big priority, though, with these changes continues to be the offense and finding the right person to run the show for Frost.
It's not going to be easy. I got to find somebody that I trust. There's things about being coach in Nebraska that I haven't been able to enjoy because of all the time that I've been spending, trying to fix problems and dig ourselves out of a hole and get the team better. And I have to spend a lot of time offensively too.
The Huskers now have the weekend off to begin preparations for Wisconsin on Monday. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, maybe I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Good afternoon. Welcome in. Happy Friday. This is the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary are with you on a Friday. Hello, Rico.
Hello.
How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
It's Friday. This week has felt extremely long.
It's felt short, actually.
Okay.
There's been a lot of news going on. It's shortened the week down for me.
I feel like that's made it longer. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday felt like an eternity.
Monday and Tuesday took forever. But then it went really fast.
You never knew what was going to pop up.
Honestly, like as soon as I leave here, the rest of my day kind of just meshes together. It's just going home, helping with the kids.
Yeah, of course.
Working my way to time to go to sleep.
Okay, so last night you mentioned when you were leaving that you had to stop and grab some hamburger or something. Did you make dinner last night?
I did. I didn't stop and grab hamburger. I went home and I thawed out some hamburger. Made some hamburger helper.
Did you start browning the hamburger while it was still frozen?
No, I thawed it out a little bit, and then we had this little microwave thingy from Pampered Chef.
Okay.
Where you put the meat in there and you microwave it and it browns it for you. But I had to do this like
you don't brown hamburger in a pan?
No, I do, but if it's frozen, I throw it in the microwave in the little thing and it cooks it. It's very good, still tasty.
What in the world? I have never heard of that.
Yeah. It's fantastic. I'll send you a picture. I'll post it on Twitter.
Please do.
It's great. It's amazing.
I'm a little skeptical.
It's amazing. It's so much faster than browning it in a pan.
Does it and it works?
Yeah, works. And it has little holes in the lid so you can drain the fat out of it. Drain the grease. And it's great. And you just take that, and for the hamburger helper, I dumped it into the pan, put the pasta noodles, the water, and the little sauce packets, little powder packets.
I never
mixed it all up. Ellie helped me mix it up.
Speaking of the grease, I never have a problem with that much grease just because I buy 90%.
Oh, wow. You're fancy.
Not necessarily, but I buy 90% beef.
Use the grease for other things. I don't know what else, but you could.
I could. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. Both of those open for you the whole hour long, or all hour long, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Throw your comment on the screen. And we will be good to go from there. Also, this is just a friendly reminder on a Friday. Make sure we have a new website that is up.
Woo! New ticket website, baby.
Including the happy hours page.
Heck yeah.
It has a great picture of me and Rico wearing our NBA gear.
We look great.
Thanks to DP for hooking us up with that.
Shout out DP for the NBA gear.
We look just fine. My lazy eyelid is not.
We're not gonna talk about it.
You can't see. You don't notice my lazy eyelid.
Well, now they're gonna notice it.
No, you don't notice it.
They're
So
gonna
it
look
works
for
out
it.
well. And as well as our bio of Nick and Rico.
Nick wrote it all. I take no credit for it.
There's probably a chance.
I take zero credit for the bio. It was all Nick.
Brian T says this on the text line. Nick, Pampered Chef is full of stuff that is well beyond the concepts of most bachelors. Don't feel bad. I do have Pampered Chef stuff. Like, I think my meat thermometer is a Pampered Chef meat thermometer.
I wouldn't know. I just there's certain things in my house that are Pampered Chef. Rachel got when we got engaged. They had like a Pampered Chef party with her family, and kind of picked some stuff from the magazine or whatever. We got a whole bunch of stuff, and it's great. It works out really well. It is not none of the stuff I would have if I was by myself. I would just have regular pots and pans, and I'd figure it out from there. Honestly, I'd probably just be buying a lot of food from McDonald's and such.
Yeah, I want to get to this before we get too far into the show. There's a little bit of Husker baseball news that I want to get to. So Chase Mason, a top 75 recruit in the country, came to Nebraska out of South Dakota. There was actually some worry that he may be drafted in the MLB draft. He did not. He played in the red-white scrimmage a couple weeks ago. He is no longer with the program. So the Husker baseball team no longer has Chase Mason on their roster. I see here the Omaha World Herald has a story on it if you want to, but it sounds like just talking to a couple people that he decided that he did not want to play baseball at Nebraska anymore. So he decided to move on from Husker baseball. Chase Mason no longer with Nebraska.
It's kind of a kick in the pants that you worked so hard to get this guy on campus, and you were worried that you would lose him to the MLB draft. The MLB draft came and went. You still had him on your roster. You were excited. He plays in the scrimmage. You kind of get a little look at him, and you're like, all right, this is going to work out. This is going to be great. And then he decides to leave the program.
He can hit bombs, but he won't be hitting bombs for Nebraska.
Tragedy.
Unfortunately. I mean, and it was going to be interesting because I don't know how much he would have necessarily played, but there might have been some chances to find some, I don't want to say garbage time innings, but
there would have been opportunities for him to make his mark.
Absolutely. And he was only a freshman. One of those guys that might have been there was a chance that he could have gotten drafted if the draft was as long as it was a couple years ago. They shortened it also. And Drew Christo's in that category as well, but Christo is still Christo's in the he's still on the roster. Yes.
He's still on the online roster. You can go there, you can see Drew Christo's face and picture and bio and information. You cannot see Chase Mason's.
I need to publicly say this. Because every time that Happer is on the other side of the glass,
it doesn't happen much.
It happened on Monday when the whole upside bar and lounge thing happened. Yep. with him and him doing a show with Nicole Griffith.
Yes, that is what he was doing. He was doing a show with
Nicole doing a radio Griffith. Show, and we started laughing, didn't hold on, couldn't handle it. And then there was a interesting text on the text line that he pointed to just now when I was saying that about Drew Christo, and I lost it. So bad situation.
It do be like that sometimes.
But no, yeah. So back in all seriousness, Chase Mason no longer with Nebraska and the Huskers.
Stop looking at him.
I can't.
Don't look over there.
Let's get to a couple more of your texts here. Rico, Husker Sparky says on the text line, if you're browning hamburger in the microwave, you're a psychopath. I would agree.
Not a psychopath. It works. It works. If it's still a little bit frozen, I'm not going to put it in the pan and try to chop up all the thing. You put it in there, and you don't have to brown it all the way in the microwave, but I do because it works perfectly fine. But you put it in there when it's frozen, and it kind of breaks it apart. It's still It's still raw. You kind of use the little the masher. You break it all apart. You get rid of the ice chunks. Then you can throw it in a pan. But I'm like, nah, I'm gonna leave it in the microwave.
Wait. A masher? Like the potato masher?
No, like a meat masher. You ain't never seen
there's meat mashers?
Yeah.
Mark, can you confirm?
You ain't never seen a meat masher?
There are meat mashers.
Yeah.
Should I look up meat masher on Google?
Yeah, and then you like spin it. You do.
I have never seen these.
Yeah, you never seen it?
I've only seen these potato mashers.
Yeah, no. I mean, you could use a potato masher also.
See, and I'm surprised that I haven't seen them because I spent a long time at Bed Bath & Beyond on Sunday. And
Did you go to the Beyond section?
I went into the appliance section, and they did not have a
Well, it's not an appliance. It's just it's a kitchen.
You don't think
tool.
this is an appliance?
No, that's not an appliance.
Rico.
It's just a kitchen tool.
That is a kitchen appliance.
It's not an appliance.
Listen to yourself.
To me, an appliance needs to be plugged in. That's an appliance. Right? Right? An appliance is like electronic. That's just a tool.
An appliance that needs to be plugged isn't something that needs to be.
An appliance needs to be plugged
way.
in. That is a tool. It is a kitchen tool.
No.
You could call it like a kitchen gadget, I guess, but it's not. No.
Okay. Whatever. Let's move
It makes
on.
sense. You look, man, you're too young. You wouldn't understand.
No, I would. I bought a crock pot on Sunday. I would understand.
You wouldn't understand.
I think it's a kitchen utensil or appliance.
All right, man. I'm sorry, Brian T. I don't mean to make you feel like a caveman. I guess.
Harold got me on the text line. He's right. I'm thinking of a utensil, not an appliance.
Yes.
Kitchen appliance. I'm thinking of like a KitchenAid mixer.
Yes.
Something nice work.
An appliance needs to be plugged in.
Good. I apologize, Rico. That's mine. Rico, I saw on your Twitter feed that
what is happening right now?
No, it's fine. I saw on your Twitter feed. Are you buying the new City Knicks uniforms when they plug or when they come in?
Oh yeah.
You're buying one.
Well, I got to convince Rachel to let me buy it, but yeah.
Man, I don't know what to tell you.
I think I'm going to get like a Kemba Walker one. Maybe an Obi Toppin. No, I think an RJ Barrett. Yeah, because I want a Mitchell Robinson, one of the throwback ones from this year. So I got an RJ Barrett City uniform. City jersey. Yeah, that'd be nice. Them things is fire.
It is bad. I need to check myself before I start talking about kitchen appliances and utensils. I have had 4 people, including Buzzy Carruthers, my parents, and a couple of my buddies text me and say, "You're an idiot. They are kitchen utensils."
Oh, okay. So Buzzy has enough time to reply to you, but he can't reply to my DM on Twitter? I bet, bro. Man. I mean, I was making fun of him, but it's fine.
Oh, you want to know what else Buzzy said?
Yeah.
He goes, "Tell Rico I would have gotten him a game-worn Alec Burks jersey if he said his name."
I do like Alec Burks, but not that much.
And he says, "Stop sliding in his DMs." That's what.
Look, all right, no.
Just texted me.
Okay, Buzzy. No, I'm gonna slide in your DMs because I was listening to What's the Buzz last night.
Yeah.
Shout out to Buzzy Carruthers, great show. But you guys had some gymnasts on.
Yes, we did.
Michaela Curtis. Buzzy was trying to brag on the fact that he was a gymnast enthusiast. And I'm just like, oh, okay, Buzzy, Buzzy's going to be talking about gymnastics right now. That's cool. And then he's trying to talk about the events, and the girls are like, no, there's only 4 events in women's gymnastics. And he's like, what? There's only 4? He's like, there should be more. And then he's like, yeah, the pommel horse. And they're like, no, they don't do that. I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, only the guys do that. The girls do the vault. And they're like, he's like, yeah, the horse. And like, yeah, that's what we use. They vault off of that. Then he tried to say the rings, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, come on, man, what are you doing?
Let me show you his text that he just sent me.
This guy
laughing emojis.
This guy,
he knows he's been caught.
Yeah.
And he was freaking out about the foam pit as well last night.
Yeah,
he was freaking out. He's like, I need to get in that foam pit, Nick. I need to.
And then he was talking about the floor routine with the baton and everything, and they're like, no, we don't do that. It was actually really good. The difference between rhythmic and artistic gymnastics, I don't know the difference.
Neither do I.
But they were explaining it to you guys. It was great. It was a great listen.
No, they were fantastic.
If you have time, go back on the podcast page and listen to What's the Buzz from last night. They were amazing explaining gymnastics to a supposed gymnast enthusiast.
Buzzy and I had a really good show last night. He keeps texting me. He goes, Rico, I can still love gymnastics. Buzzy, take this up with Rico, man. I'm not trying to take this heat.
If you would have DM'd me back, we wouldn't have had this conversation on air.
I will say, last night's show with Buzzy, so it was our first one that we've done, and we got into a guacamole conversation. And here's my secret ingredient, Rico. Plain Greek yogurt.
Okay.
I wasn't going to tell anybody. I was going to just bring it in because Buzzy wants to have a guacamole off with me.
A guacamole off?
Because he says that his guacamole is the best. I think mine is better. And he said that, and the gymnasts included, they're not innocent in this. They were all making fun of me for putting plain Greek yogurt in my guacamole. So what's going to happen is next week I am bringing a batch of guacamole, and I am telling the truth when I tell you guys this. My family, my extended family, requested that I bring my guacamole to our family get together on Thanksgiving, and they don't know what's in it, but they love it. So when I bring guacamole next week, we're all trying it. And you guys are going to tell me the honest opinions.
All right, whatever, man.
Because I could take the heat.
You do you.
And if I can't, get out of the kitchen.
Do you have to get out or we have to get out?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You finally see it?
No, time out.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Just take care of it. Don't say it. Just take care of it.
Hey, Nick.
Yes, Hap.
Whose phone number is that? Nick tried to pimp his show and tweeted out his own phone number.
The tweet's getting deleted right now. I was like, man, this tweet's getting a lot of traction for no reason on the text line. What's going on? And then, man, that's not good.
Good. People are gonna be texting and asking questions on your phone.
That's not what I wanted. All right, let's move on. Luke Mullen of Prep Extra is going to be joining us here in the second segment. He's going to highlight some of the high school semifinal games that are happening tonight. What a tragedy. He's going to be highlighting some of the high school semifinal games that are happening tonight around the state. I wanted to go out to Bellevue West and West Side. Rico, it's going to be really, really cold. So before we get to Luke, though,
you know what that means? It's going to be a perfect day for LJ Richardson to just run through people.
It will be. It will be a good one. It's going to be exciting. The Wyoming commit.
LJ Richardson.
The Wyoming commit.
All 6+ feet, 200+ pounds of him.
Yeah.
The man can move. Be careful. Don't pass him much.
Let's talk about Nebraska women's basketball. This is not how I expected this show to go. I want to preface that. This is not how I expected this to go. Nebraska women's basketball wins big over Prairie View A&M last night, 102-47. Oregon transfer Jazz Shelley led the way with 22 points in 25 minutes. She was 8 of 12 from the field, 6 of 9 from deep. Sam Hybe recorded 6, Ashley Scoggins 7, and then Izzy Bourne was second in scoring with 13 points in 17 minutes. Nebraska, they're going to be an interesting team to watch. They have a game on Sunday against Alabama A&M coming up. And then I believe they play Creighton next Wednesday. So in just Nebraska basketball, both men's and women's together, Tuesday, Nebraska men's play Creighton after their game against Sam Houston tonight. And then Wednesday, Nebraska women's will play Creighton. So Tuesday and Wednesday, Nebraska, both men's and women's are going to get a test against Creighton. Creighton had a tough time against Kennesaw State last night. They shot, I believe, 1 of 19 from three-pointer, from three-point land, which was not impressive one bit. And so Nebraska women's basketball, though, starts the season 2-0 with big wins.
Big 100-point performances by this team. Happer says this is probably they're going to score a lot of points this season. They're a very fantastic shooting team. I didn't get to watch it, but I was listening to it. Matt Coatney called a great game. It sounded like they were very scrappy on the defensive end. It seemed like they were everywhere, getting a bunch of steals or at least tipping a bunch of passes. Can you confirm?
I'm sorry. I'm making sure that people are not texting me and not on my tweet. I'm not gonna lie. This is not what I wanted.
It seemed like Nebraska women's basketball was very scrappy and getting in the passing lanes a lot, tipping a lot of passes, getting a lot of
their
steals.
Defense. That's what Amy Williams wants to have on their team. They're much deeper than they have been under Amy Williams and staff. They want to play defense and they want to be good perimeter shooters. And so far through 2 games, granted, the competition has been Maine and Prairie View A&M, but they've done that, and they've played strong defense, and they've been able to get not only Jazz Shelley and Ashley Scoggin, but early on in the game against Maine, they really featured Izzy Bourne down low, and she had, I believe, 17 points in 16 minutes to lead the way in the first game against Maine. So
it seems as if their offense is very balanced with outside shooting and an inside presence, not only grabbing boards, but the ability to score inside.
Well, and then it also helps when you can bring a Nebraska Gatorade Player of the Year and Alexis Markowski off the bench, and she's able to play well and fill up a position down low when Bella Cravens isn't playing the 4 or
a little bit
Izzy
of bully
Bourne's not out there. Exactly. And so obviously Sam Hybe is still fantastic. I mean, look at last night. Sam Hybe played in 21 minutes. She had 6 points, but she had 9 assists. It's not an asking Sam Hybe to do everything this year. It's not. And I'm not saying that was necessarily the case yesterday. She just got hers last year many times. But now Jazz Shelley has made an immediate impact in the first 2 games, whether it's been points or just being able to take up space and being a threat from deep. And then Ashley Scoggin always is able to step out and hit the deep shot as well. So Nebraska women's basketball, once again, 102-47 win after their previous 108-50 win over Maine last night against Prairie View A&M. And they will pick up action on Sunday at 2 p.m. against Alabama A&M. All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll get to Luke Mullen of Prep Extra, and we'll highlight some high school games happening around the state next on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Early break with Sip and Jake.
This is what Rob Aller says. Ryan Day is clearly comfortable enough in his own unshaven skin not to care what others think. Whether that means saying goodbye to facial grooming or going for it on 4th and 3, when the prudent play might be to kick a field goal.
Do you hear yourself talking right now? This is ridiculous.
I read it on Sunday and did not think it was ridiculous.
Are you crazy?
I did not think it was
so
ridiculous.
dumb.
I didn't think it was ridiculous.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket.
To drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohls.com for details.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your KFXL Fox Nebraska weather, a high of only 39 for Friday. We'll see wind gusts up to around 50 miles per hour as well, with a mix of sun and clouds, and you can't rule out some flurries today. Partly cloudy skies expected into Friday night with a low right around 21. We'll top out around 54 on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. I'm meteorologist Regina Bird for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
With today's Husker Radio Report, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com. We look at the coaching hires Scott Frost is now faced with. The question is special teams. Will he change that approach and have one of these new hires be a full-time special teams coordinator? That's not necessarily the case right now.
Our specialists, we need to continue to get better in those roles, but our coverage units, when you watch the tape and compare to where we've been, I'm really happy with the progress we've made there. I think that's just when we put the puzzle together, figure out if that's a possibility or not. If it is, I would love to.
The big priority, though, with these changes continues to be the offense and finding the right person to run the show for Frost.
It's not going to be easy. I got to find somebody that I trust. There's things about being coach in Nebraska that I haven't been able to enjoy because all the time that I've been spending, trying to fix problems and dig ourselves out of a hole and get the team better. And I have to spend a lot of time offensively too.
The Huskers now have the weekend off to begin preparations for Wisconsin on Monday. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.
Guys, we need to talk about a problem plaguing our society today: chronic fruitcake slander. Now, maybe you're thinking, I've had fruitcake. It's dry and heavy. Well, I'm here to tell you that you're eating the wrong fruitcake, because Grandma's fruitcake is anything but. Their recipe uses the highest quality fruits, hand-sorted nuts, and adds the perfect amount of brandy, bourbon, and rum. Their desserts are known and loved across the country, and they're made right here in Southeast Nebraska. If you haven't tried them yet, you're missing out. Grandma's Fruitcake from Beatrice Bakery. Welcome to our world of yum.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to maintenance-free living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
Your home should not be a zoo to unwelcomed animals. Let the experts at Bats to Rats take care of those problems. Dane has been a leader in wildlife and pest management and prevention in Lincoln and the surrounding area for 15 years. He can help you get rid of bats, rodents, and anything else. Whether it's residential or commercial buildings, schools, apartments, or churches, they're always a phone call away. Call today at 402-310-0904 or visit batstorats.com. Bats to Rats Wildlife Control and Prevention.
Tailgating wasn't just meant for weekends. Join 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday at Chick-fil-A for Tailgate Tuesdays. Scan your app with any purchase on Tuesdays and you'll be entered to win a tailgate meal for 15 people. That's chicken nuggets, fresh fruit, and iced tea or lemonade. Winners will be contacted each Wednesday, and you can come see Tom and Bach from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 48th and O location or at South Point each week. It's Tailgate Tuesdays all season long at Chick-fil-A in Lincoln.
You suffered a setback due to an illness, an injury, a stroke. Therapy Plus is here for you. Madonna Therapy Plus provides world-class outpatient physical, speech, and occupational therapy. From a minor sprain to complex medical conditions, our therapy experts can help you return to the activities you enjoy. Don't let your wellness wait. If therapy is what you need, Madonna Therapy Plus in Omaha and Lincoln is ready to help. Learn more at therapyplus.madonna.org.
Barry's is back and better than ever. Join us there on Tuesday from 3 to 6 p.m. as DP goes one-on-one and Jay Foreman joins for Old School as we prepare for the Creighton, Nebraska game to follow. Drinks, food, and sports talk. Join us for it all on Tuesday at Barry's.
Happer and Schaefer.
What do you view as the easiest of the two? Frost stepping back and giving more power to the people that he's going to hire? Or is it Frost completely changing who he is? I don't see that as likely. I think if Frost's fingerprints stay on this, as they have been, you're going to get the same freaking results. So what you've done here is you've fired your whole offensive staff, and you've presented yourself with an opportunity to change.
Weekday mornings from 8 to 11 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. You're listening to The Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez-Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez-Clary are with you today. 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline, the Starter Heyman text line. You can call in, text in, as well as the Starter Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. It's a state football still going on around the state of Nebraska. Semifinals are tonight. It's going to be a cold one out there. Wherever you go. Obviously, there's some interesting ones in Class A. There's even a couple in C2. And so for more on those games, we bring in Luke Mullen of Prep Extra at the Lincoln Journal-Star. Luke, if you listen to the High School Saturday show, joins me every Saturday. But I decided to call him up and say, hey, I want to learn more about the semifinals tonight. What can you tell us? And so with that, Luke, how's it going, man?
Going great, Nick. I almost called your cell phone there, but I managed to find the right number. So
man, come on. I had moved on. Man, I had moved on from that. And
thank you, Luke. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yep. That is cold. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start Class A or do you want to start from the bottom?
Yeah, let's start Class A. I mean,
all right.
To me, really, that's the biggest matchup. It's great talent level all over.
Yeah, let's do that. So Omaha North, they're trying to continue their Cinderella run up against Gretna. What do you see from there? Can the Vikings keep it going?
They definitely can. To me, really, you have that team on such a long winning streak. They have, just such confidence and belief in themselves now. And Coach Martin, obviously, he's made a living here in October and November winning these tough games. So, I spoke to him a little bit earlier in the week. I asked, if that cold weather might slow down Flores, tip the scales in their favor a little bit. And, being the wise coach he is, he said, I don't put much stock in the weather. So, they're just going to go out there and play their game too. Gretna, some fantastic athletes having one of their best seasons ever as well. So I think, having that home game does help Gretna quite a bit, gives them a little bit of a boost, but the potential for a 16 seed to make it all the way to the title game, it's right there. It's so close. I think that one's definitely got to be a 1-score game.
Talk about Gretna a little bit more, because obviously they beat Lincoln East in the first round and they put up 59 points in that one. And then they play Elkhorn South in the quarterfinals and they only put up 14. Now, not necessarily saying that they're spotty or they're inconsistent, but just how balanced is Gretna with Zane Flores at quarterback?
Yeah, I would say to me those two results just show that it's a hard-nosed team that's, whichever way they're going to need to win, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
They got a great running back, Mick Huber, and a bunch of different wide receivers that rotate in, Joe Roll, Braden Cheney. So it is really a case of just having all those playmakers and, whatever the scheme is, the package, that's working, they're really good at kind of exploiting that in the defense. So, that Lincoln East game, they were happy throwing the ball a lot, looking for those big plays to go toe to toe, slow it down against Elkhorn South, play a little bit more hard-nosed game. So, that versatility goes a long way in the playoffs for sure.
Luke, how surprised are you with this Omaha North run, not only with their 5 straight losses to start the season, but the fact that they didn't even play football last season? They, Omaha Public Schools was shut down for the football season and nobody got any games in. How surprising is this Omaha North run to you?
Well, it definitely is a testament to Coach Martin and that whole coaching staff. Obviously there were a lot of kids, that understandably might have looked to transfer, a lot of uncertainty a year ago. You lose that development year for a lot of your players. It's just a huge setback. And I think it showed a lot of the OPS schools found it very difficult early in the season. Burke pretty much the only one to kind of emerge unscathed there. So, you have that tough start. I watched Omaha North week 1 against Southeast and, the talent level was there, but some of those miscues, looking rusty, getting up to speed, that was the challenge for them. And, to come out better at the end of the season, make it to the playoffs, that's a great achievement. You think they might just roll over and, have a nice little first round playoff loss. Well, it takes belief, it takes some serious guts to go out there, beat that number 1 seed. And, the performance they put in against Millard South, just incredible. I think Gretna's going to win, but it is pretty hard to bet against a team that has done what they did this year.
We're talking to Luke Mullen of Prep Extra at the Lincoln Journal-Star. Luke, now in the bottom half of the Class A bracket, it's Bellevue West and Omaha West Side, 2 teams coming off of a very dominating win in terms of just the scoreboard. Bellevue West 52-20 over Grand Island, and West Side 42-3 over Burke last week. What's going to be the difference maker in that one? Obviously, it's going to be pretty cold out there tonight. LJ Richardson, you could probably expect a huge dose of him. What should fans be looking for in that Bellevue West and Omaha West Side game?
For sure. Well, I'll be there, so make sure to follow along on Twitter, elmolem7. I'll have updates, all the scoring videos and everything. And to me, this matchup is just going to be a case of a little bit, which team is tougher, which team can, handle the conditions, execute whatever game plan their coaches drew up to, make the most of their talent. And really, these two teams are as close as it gets. I think everybody's kind of been looking forward to this matchup since Westside lost in that title game to Bellevue West 2 years ago. They haven't met sets. They've both been pretty much untouchable. Two of the top, best coached, most talent all over the program teams. So, tough conditions like this can sometimes be a little bit of an equalizer as well. Bellevue West is a little bit more of the passing team, so you have to think it favors Westside a little bit more. But Rizak, their running back, he's great. His brothers are contributing too as well at quarterback and all over the field. So, there's some serious talent in that West Side team. They're defending champions. They're undefeated for a reason, and it's a little bit of a season of destiny for Bellevue West. They've been eyeing the state title the whole year, and now it's really their toughest test. It's time to show that they are deserving, as they feel they are.
Let's go ahead and move on to Class B. It's Bennington coming off of a 41-0 win against Waverly last week, going up against Elkhorn, the defending Class B champ. Obviously, Dylan Mostek, the senior running back for Bennington, is going to probably play a huge part. I think he had over 130 yards last week in their win. What can we expect from Bennington and Elkhorn, and how big of a role is Mostek going to play in that one?
Yeah, I mean, considering that they give him the ball 30 times during the regular season, I could easily see him carrying the rock that much and leading the charge for Bennington tonight as well. But this is really an interesting rematch because the Antlers, they played Bennington a month ago, and the game wasn't even close. It was over at halftime. So, now you go up in a Class B semifinal, and, Bennington, the obvious Class B title favorite, they've been by far the best team all season. Can they replicate that type of effort? Does the game become close? Do they start to worry late in the second half? I think if Elkhorn can just keep that scoring low, use their defensive strengths, that would be huge for them. But, I predicted a 14-point Bennington win. I think that's kind of the gap there. There's a big gap between those teams, even in the semifinal round.
In Class C1 now, Pierce is coming off of their win against their upset win, I should say, over number one Ashland Greenwood. I know you're a big fan of Pierce and what they're doing out there. Tell us about that team. And they go up against Battle Creek tonight. I mean, that's a 9 versus 12 in seeds there. How did that happen? How did they get there, and what can we expect tonight?
Yeah, the C1 field was just incredibly full of just talented teams, 1 to 16. So it's really not a surprise to me that, you have all these double-digit seeds, all these teams that, have just been so solid in the playoffs. They've been able to pick up these tough wins, be tougher in the moments where they need it. And Pierce, is the big separator from a lot of those other C1 teams. It's just the ability to pass the ball. Abram Schulting, the quarterback, Ben Bramer, Nebraska commit at tight end. I mean, those two guys are just about as good as you're going to see at the C1 level, probably both all-state players right there. And, they just completely changed the way the game is played. When you've got defenses, trying to account for Bramer, you got to account for, a good option running game that Pierce has too. They don't just throw the ball every down. So it really spreads teams out, and it's really a tough challenge for them. Battle Creek, they did beat Pierce during the regular season as well, having a great playoff run, wins over Scotus and Shadron. So, that game is super close. It's always interesting to see some of those rematches, see if they can do it again, or if the team that, was the loser in the regular season kind of flips it on them in the playoffs for a more impactful win, so to speak. Yeah.
We're talking to Luke Mullen of Prep Extra. And Luke, I want to talk about a quarterback really quickly in a smaller class C2 to be exact, at Archbishop Bergen, Koa McIntyre. You've been able to watch him play, but a lot of fans might not know much about him. Obviously, you hear about Noah Walters, Zane Flores at Lincoln East and Gretna, respectively. But what kind of quarterback is Koa McIntyre out at Archbishop Bergen? They have a semifinal game tonight as well.
yeah, Koa is just he's just an incredible athlete. I mean, whether he's throwing, running, inside or outside the pocket, he's kind of one of those guys that if you're one-on-one, you know you're getting beat basically. He has just tremendous arm talent especially for the C2 level. It's kind of interesting how he's going to be projected to be a secondary player at Wyoming. He's a tremendous safety as well. I'm pretty sure he's cherishing every last moment he gets out there, scoring points. He gets to throw touchdown passes to his brother. But certainly, yeah, Koa, he's great in space, very elusive, spin moves, jukes, whatever you need. He's going to make those defenders miss, and he's able to throw into tight windows. He's got a zip on the ball, and he is definitely one of the best quarterbacks I've been able to watch the last couple of years.
Before we let you go, Luke, are there any upset picks? Is there any chance Omaha North back in Class A now? Is there any chance Omaha North can top Gretna? What are we thinking in Class A between Omaha North and Gretna, and then Bell West and Omaha West Side?
Yeah, so that Omaha North Gretna game, to me, that Omaha North, they keep getting these kind of photo finishes. That last minute win against Millard South, a big block extra point last week against North Platte, made the difference. So I think whoever gets the ball last in that Gretna North game, that's their game-winning drive. That's their chance to win it. I think Gretna pulls it off in a close one. I hate to pick against North, but it's going to be tough to do it again. And that Bell West game, I see that being maybe a 7-point win in favor of Bellevue West. But again, those two teams are so close. Pretty much the only upset that I was looking at is Wilbur-Clatonia in Class C2 going up against number 1 seed Norfolk Catholic. They're having a fantastic playoff run as well. 13 seed, just keep playing well, winning those close games. Got some great coaching, great athletes up there too. So keep an eye out for that one. Might be completely wrong again, but you never know.
Awesome. Luke, we appreciate the time. I know when you and I were texting back and forth, you were mentioning you got 4 coats and 3 pairs of gloves ready for tonight. So stay warm and have fun. Enjoy the game tonight, and we'll talk. I will talk to you tomorrow at 9:30.
Get all the hand warmers, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on, Nick.
That is Luke Mullen of Prep Extra at the Lincoln Journal-Star. Follow along tonight for all their guys, from all of them, for all the coverage tonight. Going around state semifinals, and then the state championships are next week, all week long. All right, let's take our final time out. When we come back, we'll preview the weekend, talk about some games, and a little bit of NBA talk next up on the Happy Hour.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here. In 2013, I first came across Koppel Chevrolet GMC in Louisville, and I've been a customer ever since. What's kept me coming back to Koppel is the people. Oftentimes, owner Bob Koppel and his son Brandon are right there with you in the showroom, walking you through the process. There's no runaround at Koppel. It's a hardworking Nebraska company built on honest, small-town values. So make that short drive to Louisville or visit them online at koppelcars.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your KFXL Fox Nebraska weather, a high of only 39 for Friday. We'll see wind gusts up to around 50 miles per hour as well, with a mix of sun and clouds, and you can't rule out some flurries today. Partly cloudy skies expected into Friday night with a low right around 21. We'll top out around 54 on Saturday with partly cloudy skies. I'm meteorologist Regina Bird for 93.7 The Ticket and ticketfm.com.
Angry about a recent Nebraska football loss? Go throw axes at Kraft Axe Throwing. Optimistic about the upcoming Nebraska football game? Go sign up for free football tickets at Kraft Axe Throwing. Bring some friends, reserve a bay for an hour or more, release anger at the targets by hucking an axe at it, and walk away feeling better about yourselves and the football season, just in time to enter for a chance to win a free pair of tickets to the next home game as you walk out the door. Reserve your lane online at craftaxethrowing.com or call 402-802-9696. Kraft Axe Throwing at 18th and N in Lincoln.
Welcome to Friendly Neighbors. Welcome to Maintenance-Free Living. Welcome to Carriage Glen. Welcome home. It's everything you'd want in an active 55-plus rental community right here in Lincoln. Spacious floor plans, numerous amenities, beautiful surroundings near Holmes Lake, and much more. Plus, with Carriage Glen's current move-in special, you can save thousands if you act now. Carriage Glen invites you to take a personal tour or visit them online at carriageglenoflincoln.com. Discover the place you'll love to call home.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Are you one of those people who thinks it's okay to drive stoned? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You end up driving below the speed limit? It's no big deal, right? Wrong. The truth is, your reaction times slow way down when you're high. You not only put yourself in danger, but everyone around you. Talk about a buzzkill. Stop kidding yourself. It's not okay to drive high. If you've been using marijuana in any form, do not get behind the wheel. If you feel different, you drive different. Drive high, get a DUI. Paid for by NHTSA.
When everything is changing, you need a store that's a constant. A store that has the brands your family loves and the value that you need. A store where you can stock up, pick up, and drive up. A store that's close to home and feels like home. A store that puts the health and safety of you and your family above all else. And a store that's always here to help. At Kohl's, we don't know what next year will look like. We just know that we'll be here for you no matter what. Kohl's, here today, here to stay. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Tailgating wasn't just meant for weekends. Join 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday at Chick-fil-A for Tailgate Tuesdays. Scan your app with any purchase on Tuesdays and you'll be entered to win a tailgate meal for 15 people. That's chicken nuggets, fresh fruit, and iced tea or lemonade. Winners will be contacted each Wednesday, and you can come see Tom and Bach from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 48th and O location or at South Point each week. It's Tailgate Tuesdays all season long at Chick-fil-A in Lincoln.
I'm Dan Friedman. When you entrust the care of an aging or sick loved one to a nursing home, it can be a gut-wrenching decision. Unfortunately, sometimes these facilities are poorly managed or make bad decisions, and our vulnerable loved ones suffer the consequences. If you believe your loved one suffered at the hands of a poorly run nursing home, it doesn't cost you a thing to get the opinion of a skilled trial lawyer. At Friedman Law, we've been protecting the rights of injured Nebraskans for over half a century. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Are you dragging through each day? Most people are dehydrated or deficient in essential vitamins, minerals, and more. Live Hydration Spa helps you get more out of your life with their IV hydration treatments to help with anti-aging, weight loss, endurance, and more. Their performance packages can help you feel better doing your normal daily routine with boosts of energy and vitality, an increase in immunity, and quicker athletic recovery. Call today for an appointment at 402-413-2042 or walk in at 71st and Pioneers. Live Hydration Spa.
Tired of interrupted printing or money-wasting long-term copier contract? Join Cartridge World's no-cost printer program. You get a free brand printer, free service maintenance and repair, free delivery. All this for just buying our high-quality, affordable printer cartridges. Simple agreements and a local friendly service, as it has been for more than 25 years. Cartridge World. Contact us today.
Now back to the happy hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here one final time on the happy hour, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
I want to dance to this song so bad again.
What did we make the deal on?
Nebraska
wins.
has to win.
Yeah.
It's been a
It could be a
while.
while. August 29th of next year is the Monday after they play Northwestern.
Yeesh.
Jeremy says this on the text line 402-464-5685. Thunderbirds defensive line paired with LJ Richardson and the Thunderhogs will have Bellevue West migrating down to Lincoln. Just a reminder, tomorrow morning, join myself and then Luke Mullen will join me again at 9:30 from 9 to 10. High School Saturday Show will recap everything that happened on Friday nights. And then immediately following from 10 to 11, it'll be The Truth with Kobe Webster and CJ Wilcher. So make sure you tune into that. I'm hoping that they have a good conversation. Well, they will. Hopefully after a Husker win tonight against Sam Houston.
CJ will be talking about the 3 threes that he hits.
Yeah, let's
Calling
hope.
it right now.
402-464-5685. Got a couple minutes left, but we have a phone call to get to on the Honda of Lincoln hotline. Simba is on the hotline.
What up, Simba?
What's up, man?
Hey, fellas. Great show today. Been a pretty good week for you.
Yeah, it's been great, man. We've had all kinds of stuff going on.
It was a rough segment in the first part, but it was all good. We got through it.
No, it's been great, man. But hey, before we head into the weekend, I could use some advice, Nick.
Okay.
Earlier today at lunch, I met this great guy and really hit it off. Was having some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And, it even got to the point where he gave me his number. But he's just been blowing me off since then. He's not responding to any of my messages. He hasn't been answering. In fact, I think he's just kind of like deleted me, man.
Wow. Well, if you were one of the,
he might have blocked you.
If you were one of the 5 or 6 people that texted me and asked if this was the text line, then I just deleted the conversation. But I did, and I will say,
Simba, there is no such rule saying that you can't text multiple times.
Go ahead and text back, and then that way I know it's you.
He might answer.
Have a good weekend, guys.
Take care, man. No, so I went to Muchachos today, and which makes me. Nick went on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Nick from Muchachos went on Twitter and was talking about meat mashers. Since we had that,
it's a very important tool.
Very important utensil.
It's a very important tool.
Utensil.
I can call it a tool if
yes,
I want
I know, but I'm making sure that people understand I know what a utensil is. And I sat down next to Simba, and we said hello. So
have a nice conversation.
Enjoying some muchachos. Okay, a couple minutes here. If that, Rico.
Yes.
It's a decent night in the NBA tonight, including the Chicago Bulls, the 8-3 Chicago Bulls.
Doesn't matter. Friday night Knicks.
Tied for first place in the East. Go on the road, play at Golden State. They are without Nikola Vucevic. Sorry. And then, however, the Warriors are without James Wiseman. So
they haven't had James Wiseman all season, and they're still 10-1.
They're still 10-1. There's a chance. Lonzo Ball. Will he hit 7 threes again tonight? Probably not.
Will Steph Curry? Probably.
Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan.
Andrew Wiggins is 100% going to dunk on somebody.
Is Andrew Wiggins good?
I don't know. He was supposed to be, and then he wasn't, and then he was for 2 months, but now he's yamming on people. I don't know. I love saying yamming.
Andrew Wiggins stats. Let's take a quick look here. We got about a minute left or so. He's averaging 17 a game. That's not bad. Shooting 35 from deep, 47 from the field. Interesting.
He doesn't have to worry about Kelly Oubre anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks play the Hornets, though, who do have Kelly Oubre. Kemba homecoming game.
Yes, that's right.
The Hornets are 1 game under 500. The Knicks are sitting at 7-5.
Is Nerlens going to play?
Nerlens Noel, I believe, will be playing. I don't think Taj Gibson is back yet. Hopefully, Mitchell Robinson's hip is feeling better and he can play to his full potential because the Hornets are kind of an undersized team. Mm-hmm. So you should be able to take advantage down low with some lobs.
Miles Bridges getting out of the way.
You got to hit your shots. And Julius Randle needs to play defense or else Miles Bridges is going to go off.
That is. Well, good luck to your New York Knicks.
Kelly Oubre probably drops 28 tonight.
Good luck
Just
to your
some
Knicks.
Random role player. Yeah, thank you. Good luck to your Bulls.
Appreciate it. We are done for today. Appreciate you guys sticking around for the hour. One-on-one with DP is next. Talk to you guys later.
Adios.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that